What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Yo, what are you laughing at, bro? You're gonna throw me off.
I'm still on that intro is fucking loud.
Yo,
that
intro is loud. But anyway, outside of
turn it down.
Giggle McGiggleston up here, fucking Jesus Christ, Adam.
You call me fucking bad news like this.
You look like I wasn't sure like who was doing it because we didn't actually like set like okay who's gonna do the opening this time. But either way, doesn't really matter. Welcome back to another episode of Codename Wired, everyone. We're running through these coils. We're running through the tutorial. Thank you so much to those that reached out to us and was like, hey, just as a little suggestion. I'm having some problems and I really want to start learning how to build, but there's no good tutorials out there. Can you help us? So appreciate all of you guys. We also really appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. And then even more appreciation goes out to Anthony Ramella at Shake and Bake Media for everything that he does for us, for that nifty little intro that he gave us. We appreciate you, Anthony. Much love to you and all that you do for all of the shows, including this one. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We got some shit coming up. So we did the Mothership on the last episode for our coil challenge, and we'll go through all of that. We'll get through that build tutorial. So we've got a good show for you guys. But before we get started, without further ado, what you guys vaping on?
Go on, Jake.
I'll go first, I guess. I got the Abyss with the Ether Bridge in it, and in that I got Blue Sin, which is like a blueberry crumble that I do. Then let me see, I got the Nightmare Mini on top of the what is it, Triple X Reborn, and in that I got the mix from this past Tuesday, which was like a apple custard type thing, which came out pretty good, which I'm enjoying. And that one will most likely end up getting reworked to fit in the line. We'll see. Even though I already have one in there, we might be switching up some things. We'll see. And then lastly, I have been doing the box. And in that, I have a lychee custard because fucking custard is life, my dude. Ooh. Yep. Then, I don't know. Who wants to go next?
Go on, I'll go next then. I have the Stormtrooper Abyss with the Ether. In that, I've got Panther Black, which the bottle's already been thrown away. Got the billet box with the Molan Bridge with some more Panther Black in that. I've got the OG Recoil Heavy Hitter. In that, got some 100% Orangeade. And then I've got Challenge Build in the TM24. Odin 250C with some TVP, Killenberry juice, and that's and I'm drinking water. So that's me done. Duchess, what are you sticking in your face?
So I've actually got quite a bit that I'm running.
Why the hell did you have to word it like that? What you sticking in your face?
That's real weird. You're constantly talking about stuffing things in your face and whacking things, and I'm starting to question what actually happens in that mind of yours, Sloane.
I know, right?
I really am.
Don't ask.
Not sure what you got going on, but what I have personally going on right now is I'm running that gas mod single coil on top, one of my quad cores on the inside. I actually originally built it for Logan, but then he never fucking got around to actually ever using the coil, and I was like, bro, I'm tired of this shit sitting around, so I'm just gonna fucking use it.
Fair enough.
But that's running on my my Pulse 80-watt box mod, old school. Just wanted something nice to squonk with. Inside there, got some of that yummy LCBC from our good man Uncle Chris at Testing Grounds Central, and I broke back out my Suicide 21700 with the Valhalla 28 on top. On the inside of that, I'm rocking some of another new liquid from Uncle Chris, that peanut butter chocolate cream. Ooh, fucking amazing! It's so good. Holy shit! I'm also running a Death Wish stacked V3. That's also got that peanut butter chocolate on the inside. just because toot science. I wanted to see like how things would go. I originally put it in a single coil on my Requiem at like a higher wattage, just to see like how the flavors would change with temperature and what you're using, etc. You get considerably more peanut butter out of like a stack or like a real like hot vape than you do out of like something that's a little bit cooler. You get more of that chocolate and like the cakiness and the creams and stuff that come out of it. Other than that, running my Kennedy 28 all copper inside of there. I've got some Trailblazer from Freeman.
Ooh.
It's a peanut butter butterscotch tobacco. Fantastic liquid. Otherwise, I mean, I have a ton of other things, but it'll take me like 5 minutes to go through everything I'm vaping right now, and I'm not. So we'll just leave it there. And I'm running the topside dual with the Karma on top inside of there. I've got that Mothership that we built for this episode, or rather from the last episode for the challenge. And on the inside, I'm running some of that Ultra Violence Georgie from Still Valley Vapors from his Clockwork line. Fantastic liquid, dude. The butterscotch in here is so good compared to that fucking hot chocolate, to the hot fudge like ice cream something. Awesome. That's me. That's what I got.
Nice.
A ton of shit running right now.
Actually, talking about butterscotch, I've seen a lot of people vaping butterscotch popcorn.
Nobody gives a shit.
Sounds fucking amazing. Shut up, Duchess. I've got the button to get rid of you. Oh shit! Sorry.
Oh, he took himself out.
I did not take my shit out.
He's like,
definitely fucking at him.
He's like, I'm going back to Apex Legends. Fuck you guys. We interrupted his gaming time, anyways.
Yeah, me and Logan were on a streak, bro. We got our second dub for the club, bro, today.
Don't even know what you're on about.
Neither do I.
I think the last video game I played was Mario Kart 64. That still isn't.
It's Mario, all right, not Mario.
Mario.
Such a dick.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention what I was drinking. I'm having a Berliner Weiss fruited sour from Rising Sun Brewery out of New York, and it's fucking awesome. It's so good.
Awesome.
Right.
Oh,
Do you want to jump straight into this challenge to get it out of the way?
yeah, let's do that. We'll and then we'll move on to the tutorial. So we appreciate you guys all coming out. Robert, thank you for being here. Rebel Buddha, thanks for being here. Every time I see that guy, I have to mention it like that fucking monkey from goddamn Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, bro. And then King Solo, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for showing up.
Right.
All right, let's do this.
Well, yeah, the Mothership. Who wants to go first? What was your guys' experience?
Oh, he already has it all set up. I'm going first.
Oh, all right.
Just makes it easier. I'm fucking about. Right off the bat. So we have.
All right. So this is like from the first time. Well, the second time I tried doing the Clapton, because as I stated, I had already done this one. So I was more or less I had to put myself in a place where I was going to do something a little bit more challenging, and you'll see what a disaster it was. But yeah, this is me trying to do the micro Clapton, and there it is, all decored up and shit. And honestly, that one came out looking like garbage. There goes that's already me trying to Fralien it up, and again, this just went as a disaster. Yeah, see, I mean, that was actually attempt number 2 right there, where that went just fucking completely to shit. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Fuck this shit. I don't know. Me and Fraliens just don't get along all that much. I'm just realizing that. But yeah, that was the second attempt with the micro Clapton. That one looks a lot more cleaner. And that was the first attempt at the Fralien. Like I said, that was
I've
just
got them all
full
mixed up.
gaps. Yeah, you got them all mixed up. Luckily, I know what the hell I'm doing here. But see, like that one actually, at least they're flat, but they just look like shit. And they're like where you see all like the mess up gaps and stuff is because I tried going back on a Mohawk because that thing just mohawked the hell out. It was just awful.
We got one proper clean wrap, just
Mhm.
the second in from the right.
Yeah, but that micro Clapton looks like garbage, so it's whatever. Yeah, and see, I built that one up just to see how it looked built, but it's just Like I said, me and Fralians just don't get along. And then that was the first time I actually attempted to do the Mothership, and that still looks a lot cleaner. And I actually have been vaping that one for like the last 2 months.
I really like that. It looks really nice.
I was
think
very
that's-
proud of myself because I was like, holy shit, I did it. I didn't think I would actually pull it off. Because trying to get that micro Clapton is a fucking pain in the ass, seriously.
I fucking hated it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was
And
the
I
last
and I
one
had
for
different
you,
issues than you guys did. I had different issues than you guys did. Because for me, it was the core wire that kept snapping at the chuck. And I think you guys just kept having the wrap wire snap on you.
Yeah,
Or-
mine wasn't the core. Mine was the wrap wire. I had loads of fucking issues with mine.
Yeah, for me, it was the core wire kept snapping.
I actually lucked out on mine, like with the length that I did.
Yeah,
we'll go through it when my pictures come up.
yeah. Like
that was your last one. So yeah, had you go on?
Like I was gonna say, what I was gonna say is, if anything, we could give a little bit of advice at the end of like us talking about our experiences with it. But like what Duchess said, yeah, there was some trial and error there, and I even had a little bit of help because I knew somebody that had made one, so I had to like hit up the brother up when I was like trying the first time. I was like, hey, any advice you can throw my way. But yeah, take it to Duchess.
Quick question for you though, Jay, before we get started.
Yes,
if you had a chance to mass produce these, would you do it?
I don't know. I hadn't really gotten that far in the thought process. Like there are some builds where you just look at it and you're like, yeah, I can fucking continue doing this.
Yeah.
There are some builds where you're just like, no, fuck no. I will never do this. But this one, I don't know. I really don't. Like at least in my personal experience, is all the work you do for it worth it? Personally, yes, I like it. I like the vape I get from it. But then do I want to give myself the headache? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question. Was I mean, because we all did them, right? So I was going to ask, like, if the amount of time and effort that you put into making that micro Clapton and then decoring and then clapting that again, and
because
then
I think having
to do the alien, if it was worth the vape that you get out of it, or would you just stick to normal aliens?
Well, see, and that's where like I'm not sure because does it really enhance anything? Not necessarily.
I mean, the ramp up was a little bit faster. I did.
It's more insane. I'll give you that. But
yeah,
and even like the cloud production and everything you get from it is a lot more intense. But at the same time, and I don't know. It's just one of those weird things of like I've always fallen on the whole thing of a multi-core Clapton and a multi-core alien will do about the same as most of the fancy builds you get out there.
Yeah.
So that's just my feelings on it.
You ready, Duchess?
Yeah. So, forewarning, I literally only did one fucking attempt for this. I didn't do multiple attempts because I was.
He didn't want to.
I was just like, look, I fucking did it. That's all I'm doing, bro. Because the amount of effort that goes into doing this.
I think for me, it took me like 2 hours for one coil.
Yeah, dude. and the stress of like just trying to make that fucking micro Clapton. Because like on mine in this photo, this is a 36 gauge strung across my strung across the dining table since I still don't have a desk yet. That'll come eventually.
Yeah.
And I was Claptoning this in 46 gauge. So I found myself holding my breath quite a bit. Like it's weird that we do it, right? Because like I don't know if these other two do it. I think Jay does. But I hold my breath quite a bit when I'm building just to like, for some reason, it helps me focus. I don't know if anyone out there in chat it does
Like
the same thing when they're doing literally anything else,
the
whether it's
first,
video
the
games
first,
or any sort of like creation of something, whether it's mixing or whatever, and you're just like in the zone. But yeah, after that, I was just like, nope. So I did end up
I
being able
understand
to
your
do
feelings
it.
on it. I really do.
Yeah, I did end up being able to do it. I ended up, getting this really small piece of fucking Clapton out of it. Really wasn't that much, but I ended up being able to at least make a micro Clapton long enough um, to make at least one coil out of it. I mean, and they came out decently. I kind of fucked up some of the wraps because I know that these two will agree with me. Trying to wrap that up is such a different feeling in your fingers
It is.
with
Well,
that
that and
with the way that the spiral like flows through your hands as you're making that alien than like a
well,
normal
and that
alien.
micro, the Claptoning on it actually it adds like a weird level of tension that you're not used to if you've never done it before.
It's very
Yeah.
awkward.
Opposed to like just a standard alien where it's just that piece of raw wire. Basically, this one has a little bit more to it, so it is very interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I did enjoy them. I got some pretty solid wraps out of it for the most part. I know that the legs are real fucked up, but I didn't really care about the legs. I really only cared about the actual wrap itself, especially for Instagram purposes. But I mean, they came out okay for what I was able to get done. So I know that the sides were real fucked up, but I mean the middles actually came out kind of decently. Like I kind of started to like understand like the grip that I needed and tension I needed to put on it and everything else to get that.
I remember when we were talking about how to build these, you asked me if it was a chunker's coil. How do you feel about like the size of it?
Yeah, I wasn't sure like how chunky it was, right? Because prior to doing these, I was just sitting around, just like fucking around one day, trying to see if maybe I could find that desire to actually build again. I mean, it's kind of there. Like I still enjoy it, but it's not there like it used to be there. And I was fucking around with making double helix. Or rather stapled like helix fucking sort of coils and shit. And I actually did get a couple of those built. Those are a pain in the ass too, because you have to do everything by hand. There's no like drill outside of like twisting the core wires like to frame it, which is fine. But yeah, it was just for this. It was just a real weird experience. I mean, it was a good learning experience. My decor actually ended up like so I ended up doing like 2 feet, which was real weird for me because I'm so used to Claptoning straight off of the spool that I had to like guess how much fucking 36 I was gonna need. So that made it a little bit more difficult to build this. So I did roughly about 2.5 feet. Got that Clapton done and it was fine. I was still able to go pretty much full speed while doing it. But right at the fucking end of the Clapton, I lucked out. I'm not gonna lie. It fucking snapped at the chuck. And I was like, oh shit. So I was like, fuck it, leave it alone, bro. And I wrapped it up, got that Clapton, and I ended up, being able to, get at least somewhat of an end product that I was looking for. I know they're not prettiest on the ends. They're not really Instagram worthy per se, but I mean for how they turned out, they actually pretty decently. I am noticing some very slight enhancements and like certain notes for liquids that I do that I
I've been getting
that I do vape regularly. So I mean that was cool. It was just a weird experience trying to like pull off the 36 and then Clapton that and then like go back through and then Clapton that wire before you actually do the alien. Then I mean, like we just previously mentioned, trying to like figure out that grip because of the way that the tension works and like that 46, like or whatever the other, Clapton wire that you ended up using, it adds a different element to the way that you stretch.
Yeah.
And so it's weird trying to like, because I have this thing when I build, I don't know if you guys do it, but once I hook my wire up, I'll pull on it a few times, like real gently, like after I've stretched it, just to kind of like see what that feel is going to be like, right? To make sure that I've got enough stretch.
Yeah.
And so it was real weird trying to like get that feel for it. So I mean, I fucked it up a little bit at the start. I kind of started to like get, the hang of it, and then I somehow lost it at the end, and it started to, collapse on me and everything else. And I was trying to be real careful with it. But I mean, overall, I don't know if these are actually worth the time and effort to try to mass produce anything like this.
Oh God, no, yeah.
No, not even in the fucking slightest. But I mean, would I vape them again? Would I make them for like personal use? Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them enough to maybe possibly do it again in the future, when this coil actually ends up burning out.
Yeah. So do you enjoy building it though? It was a different
I actually
experience.
did end up really enjoying this build because it added an extra layer of like complication to what I'm normally used to with building aliens, right? Because I went into it to where I was like, oh well, we're just doing aliens, it's fine. Like it's not a big deal. I just have to essentially double Clapton, which is fine. I'm good with that. But once you get that second Clapton done and you go to like actually do the alien, it's a little bit weird. It does add that like extra layer of complication. So but I mean I actually thoroughly enjoyed building these. I don't know if I would do them again anytime soon, because of the time, that effort that goes into it, and whatever else. But I mean, maybe after I get my desk built, and I can actually set my actual like build rig up.
Yeah.
Maybe I would give them another shot. I just can't use my classic clouds right now because I don't have a desk. So
yeah,
we'll say
now using a hand drill instead of that foot pedal.
Dude, the pedal drills do change it quite hard to where going back to a regular drill is kind of because you got your hand
bro,
going.
it's rough. It's rough.
Well, see,
you get used to that one free hand so you can vape while doing things.
Well, this is what I was going to say on my one. It was just a whole different ball game for me. First off the bat, I tried it with the lathe drill on my new build rig, and trying to wrap 44 around a 36, I found it snapping left, right, and center. I had major issues, so I brought back out the old hand drill and the vise, and oh mate, it got so bad.
Vice.
What I did was I got a C clamp, and as I clamped into first thing, and then I C clamped the trigger on the drill. So at least it turned out to be basically hands free. So once I got to the end, I just got the scissors ready just to cut the wire, and it was just still spinning. But so my first attempt, the lengths fucked me massively because I Clapton in, micro Clapton in, and then Clapton in that. I forgot about obviously the sizes. It's getting smaller and smaller, and I ended up having a micro Clapton decor that was about this long.
Yeah, that's about the way mine turned out too.
I was like, I was going to ask, how disappointing is it seeing that long piece of micro Clapton and then trying to make it into a decor?
Yeah, and then it only ended up being this fucking
tiny.
big, bro. Like,
I was like, what the fuck? I thought I ain't fucking around wasting wire. So literally between the drill and the swivel was literally like this much. So it was the tiniest bit of wire. Like because I went for 27s. I was going to go for 26, but I wanted to put it in the TM24. So I thought the 27 just obviously will bring it down and will equal it out a little bit in the overall. But I managed to get a semi 3 wraps. But if you look on the last one, that's when I backed up and thought, I can fucking rewrap this because it's going to not be too difficult. It's not like a normal alien. And it turned into a sort of like just a Clapton on the end. But yeah, that didn't fit in anything. I tried to put it in the Requiem and it didn't work at all. But second attempt managed to get a pretty perfect one in my eyes. It annoyed me that I couldn't get butted up to each other like the wraps butted up, because I know you guys are the same. When you're wrapping, you want it to be like next to each other, so it's like it's just a solid.
Yeah, I try to get it as tight as possible when I'm actually
couldn't do it. Could not do it. And I found myself.
It's just the way it falls onto the wire. It just doesn't lend itself. I
was saying to Jay earlier on, when I because I do the no stretch alien, and I normally say like, if this is it, I put it all the way back to like here and just take it. I was holding it like literally this far away from it because it was just trying to do its own thing, the tension on it was awkward and it was very uneasy, and the feel through your hands just threw me as well. So what I ended up doing, I don't know if this is cheating, but I got my nylon pliers out and I was doing like 4 wraps and giving it a little squeeze on either side just to try and straighten it out. And a couple more, then I was just squeezing either side. That seemed to work, but yeah, I got one that had a really fucked one. I don't know how that happened, but one really bad wrap in the middle. But then I was quite impressed with it. The problem is with my camera, it was very hard to get a decent picture of it because I'd done 27, 36, 44s. So that was the parameters I used.
How many cores do you have in that thing?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't that look like a giant jumble of wire in there?
Yeah, it does.
It looked like you did a Fralian with that. Bro.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
5 cores, bro.
No, that was 3. So I put it in the TM24. It come out really nice. I really enjoyed it. The issue that I found was the physics with spinning a smaller wire on the swivels, because I used the normal swivels, and then that was just basically spinning up the wire, and then after a couple of minutes, the swivel went and unraveled, and then it would go again. So I used the stupid little ones the one I sent to Jay. I thought, little £10 ones, that might work. It worked, but I found it was very like stuttery, if that makes sense. And just the physics of trying to wrap it and trying to get everything to spin equally. Yeah, one of those little bastards.
I still don't.
But I got a nice even glow out of it. And it vaped really nicely. I was really impressed with it. I did find, I don't know if this is just me, that I found that it enhanced a couple of the flavors in the liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, cloud production was a lot more, and I haven't been able to put mine down.
Like I said, I used mine for 2 months. I don't know. I feel like cloud production went up, but I don't know if it enhanced any flavors for me personally.
In this one, the Killenberry, it's like a mixed berry creamy thing. Where before it was just like an undertone of undertone of like berries and more cream. Where on that, I sort of felt like I could taste more sharp berry. If that makes sense. It had more of a sharper taste to it. So that was in the single coil. So I really enjoy them. When it comes to would I sell them, I would like to spend more time with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I reckon if I did, I would do like 3 sets, 3 pairs, and that would be it for months. And just randomly make a pair, and then if people wanted them, they could have them. But as a regular on any sort of menu or that, no, not at all. It was too much work for not the outcome that sort of equaled out to the work.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a toss-up for me, because the amount of work that you put into it, in that same amount of time, I probably could have gotten at least 15 pairs of aliens done or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It was mental, but it was just the sizes threw me massively. So you're doing like 2.5 foot micro claptons, and you're coming out with this little thing, and even claptoning fucked me. I ended up holding it nigh on right up against the core wire when I was claptoning the micro clapton, because obviously it's a thicker wrap wire, and it just wanted to do whatever it wanted to fucking do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't say I struggled, but it made me think a lot more thinking and changing up from the norm of what I was doing. Oh, Ruff's in the house. Hello, mate.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate
it was a good challenge. I really enjoyed it, and I would like to get it to see if I can get him to a 0.1 and then put him in a mech and see how they run.
Yeah, like I might revisit it to try to like pull off a dual. It's just with like the extra wire, they do ohm out a lot lower.
I mean, mine came out to a 0.22, so. But I also used a 3-core 26 gauge.
Yeah, seeing the one I did was 36.48 for the Clapton, and then I did them around 26 gauge, and that came out like a 0.18, 5 wraps at 3 millimeter.
27 for me was 0.24. They came out single.
Mm-hmm.
I was at 0.11. No, 0.12. Sorry, my maths is shit. So yeah, no, I'd like to be able to drop them down and actually see how they run on a nice hot mech. I don't know. I think they would be worth it, but for personal use, nothing.
Yeah, for sure. Personal use for sure. For commercial sales and all that, I don't know. It's like if you're willing to request it, and I charge you like MTurk prices, maybe. But beyond that, I don't know.
I think you would kind of have to at that point.
Yeah, for the amount of work
that goes into it, because you can't. Like it's a weird balance between like labor and material and everything else you have to do for, like what you would actually like set the price to per pair.
Yeah, that's considerably more.
Because even trying to like even think of doing like
that's like a $20 pair of fucking coils.
Like trying to do a stick of 2, the amount of like the micro clapton you would have to do, because I did like about 50 inches to 60 inches just for like the micro clapton. So if we were to double that up, it's just a lot of math and a lot of like it's a giant nightmare.
Yeah,
it is a bit of a giant nightmare. Well, I'm glad you guys liked it. Sorry if it was such a pain in the ass, but so glad you guys liked it.
Dude, that was better than anything that Adam has ever fucking played.
Let's see, he's done hedgehogs, braided, 10 core aliens. What else? Fuck. No, we've hated almost everything.
We also had to do the fucking braid.
Yeah, I already said braided.
But have you noticed everything that I decided to do, I fucking hated the most?
Yeah, that's what makes it really funny.
I end up with all my fingers in fucking bandages after that fucking braided coil.
You guys have such dainty hands, because I had no issues doing that with my bare hands.
Oh, that was fucking painful.
Shit, I even did a Clapton one just for the hell of it.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah. I still want to go back to the braids. I still like to give that a go again, but in the future.
Duchess is already quitting. He's quitting.
No, not for the show, just for me.
Okay, fair enough.
Listen. So before we get too far,
I don't want to see Jason go.
Are you ready to build, Jay?
Yes, sir. Here, let me see. I'm gonna turn off my camera for a bit, so I can adjust.
So we're gonna get ready to do this this tutorial for anyone out there who has had an interest in building. If you did, or you know someone who does, send them our way. Tell them to jump in at about 40 minutes so they can skip all the other dumb shit banter that we just had.
I know, right? There we go.
Outside of that, Jay's gonna do some fused Claptons for us. I know the last episode I did a single core just to kind of get you started and figure out kind of, you know, the basic tools that you're gonna need.
I was gonna show a couple of like newer tools that weren't introduced before.
Right.
Just because, I'm using my lathe mostly because it makes less noise, and this room is fucking tiny, and
Right.
I'm trying to be kind to my wife because my drill gets fucking stupid loud in this room.
Yeah.
But and she's over here gaming. So the one tool I wanted to introduce is this guy right here. It's like little clamps that you can get. This one is from 3D
Is that
Vape.
3D print from the Russian guy?
Yeah, 3D Vape. They're just like little 3D printed clamps.
Yeah,
There are a lot of.
If you guys are wanting to find those, you can look up 3dvape.ru.
Mhm.
And
And I think these are like $8. They're not that expensive.
they're not really
honestly.
expensive.
Even their shipping isn't too bad. It's just it takes like 3 weeks to a month, depending on where like shipping is at. Because like when I bought this guy was at the beginning of 2020, and we know how 2020 went. So yeah, that ended up taking 3 months to get to me. That was a horrible nightmare. Yeah. It was stuck in Russia for like I don't even know how long. But yeah, there's like a little clamp guy. So if you guys are interested and you don't want to deal with the chuck, because like for me personally, I just don't like putting the wire on the chuck. It's just like my least favorite thing to do. Never liked it. And once I started seeing clamp tools come out, I was like, all right, maybe we can get down with one of these and see. Because I've tried like a couple others. It's just this is the one I currently have.
Right. Yeah.
Alrighty. So then
there
another
was
one.
one from Canada that I wanted to buy because the clamping piece for the fucking clouds. Look, don't get me wrong, I love my classic clouds lathe, but that clamp system that they have set up for it is fucking trash.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I had to sort of manipulate mine and shave some bits off and rework it, and it works fine for me. But yeah, you don't want to be doing that right off the bat. If you pay for it, you want it to work perfectly.
Yeah.
4 core, nothing. Alrighty. So if you're a weirdo like me that likes to not waste too much material and just be straight to the point on what you do, measuring tape is your best friend, honestly, because I do actually measure everything I do. And I've gotten it to where I know the numbers and stuff. Like a 3.5 stick will make you a good either 5 wrap in 3mm or a 6 wrap in 2.5mm. Or if you go by Duchess sizes, just go by Duchess sizes. But it'll do the same thing. So
go by Duchess sizes. I just count a half wrap less than you do. It's the same thing.
Exactly. That's Duchess sizes.
Whatever.
Because you're the only person I know that does that.
You know what? Sean actually counts a 5 wrap as a 4 wrap, bro, because he goes off of the belly, not the top.
Not the top. That's weird. All right, so for Claptons, you're gonna need 2 pieces of your core wire.
Well, for the fused Claptons, not just
for the fused Claptons. Yeah, for the fused Claptons. So, like, let's say I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna just do two coils and stuff. You do want to give yourself a little bit of room for what goes in the chuck and what goes into the swivel. So what I'm gonna end up doing is pull about like 15 inches of wire. If you guys can see that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I couldn't even stretch it properly like that.
So he's just gonna pull this straight off the spool. So in the last episode, I did mention that you can you have the option of being able to use a pair of pliers and just kind of pull back real nice and tight on it, and it'll straighten out your wire. So, I mean, the only reason I don't like doing the straightening off for the drill is because you have a tendency of spinning it too much. You end up ruining the like the integrity of the wire.
Yeah, you because you overspin it, and if you're because if you overspin it and you ever look at this up close, like with like a
macro lens,
macro lens, you'll see like there's twists in the wire from doing that, and it messes with the lifespan of the wire and things like that. All right, so I got my 15-inch piece. At this point, you got one of 2 choices. You could either put it through your swivel. This is my swivel guy right here. It's just a little box and one of these fuckers, and it's just drilled onto there.
If you're wondering what he's using, that's an LT spin from USA ohm meters.
I will admit, for me, this just holds my actual swivel because this thing doesn't ever spin. Just this guy does. I don't know. Like it's mostly I just needed something to hold it on because I don't really have anything. But would you?
I do the same thing on mine though.
Mm-hmm.
I have two swivels. One actually holds it, and then one I hook up to.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do a fuse Clapton, you could either do this right here where you can just run it through, bend it over like halfway, and that way you could just put it onto your chuck or your clamp, and you can start doing that. Or you could cut it in half and then just wrap both around your swivel. Very simple, very straight to the point kind of thing. So it's not like it's like that, like the world's most difficult thing here. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try to set up the rest of this shit here. And I will say my setup is extremely mobile, so I do clamp all my shit down. Adam and
We're gonna need you to
Jason-
move your lathe back just a little bit.
yeah.
Out of frame.
Yeah, Jay builds at work and he builds everywhere. So he uses C clamps. Am I right?
Clamps, not are they C clamps? Oh no, what are they classified as? I mean, are these classified as C clamps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Then C clamps.
Yeah, so he'll use
I'm
C clamps to clamp it to the table, whereas like where I build in the same place, I have mine all mounted on a desk, which I know Duchess had at his old place, which he's going to be doing now. So there's so many different ways of doing that.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I'm saying. Like mine is extremely mobile just because like I'm not always home to build because I work overnight, and with an overnight job, you end up sleeping a lot during the day. So I just take advantage of being up all night, and on my breaks, I tend to build. So, can you see that very well?
Move your camera up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to get my crotch in there too much.
Yeah, there you go. You're good.
All right, it's been a while since I've built on this desk too. So normally I just build in the living room. But yeah, once you get your wire nice and taut, stuff like that, you get your wrap wire. We'll be using some 36 gauge. And we mentioned this last week, but seriously, these guys right here, the spool tamers, they're amazing. Especially like I don't know, personally, I just don't trust because they have these little notches here for like putting your wire. I just don't trust them. I've had them like jump out or I pick up the thing wrong.
I've done the same thing. Like I don't trust them.
Yeah. So depending on how you want to wrap your fuse Clapton, which I don't even know why the fuck I have this here. I don't need it.
Hello, Russia.
Right.
I don't know how to pronounce your name because I don't speak Russian, but
yeah. Hello. They heard us talking about 3D vape. So one thing I do is I bring the wrap wire from underneath, pull it over, and then just bring this guy over here like that. And that way you could do that. And then once you feel secure in trying to do your Clapton, you just give it a couple of spins right there.
Wait, so did you just for clarification's sake, because I didn't really see it very well because of the way your hands were. Did you stick the wire like through the center, or did you actually still clamp that wire with the cord?
Here, let's replay that just because, I was kind of in the way. So what I do, like especially with like the clamps and stuff, let me see if I could like zoom this in and maybe help with the exposure here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fully see my crotch now.
That's fine. We like some good dick shots.
All right, so as you can see, like there is the cores sitting right there. I will say on these things, you want to make sure that your cores are as centered as possible, because if they're off by even slightly, when you're like Claptoning or fuse Clapton or whatever, this fucker will just jump a lot.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of chatter in the wire.
And it gets really annoying and frustrating. But so I bring the wrap wire. I pull it over here and I just more or less let it sit right here on the clamp.
Oh, so you're bringing it over the top and sliding it into the clamp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you could see it right here, like it's right there.
Okay.
And then just give it like a couple of spins just to like get it going. Wait, wrong way. Shit. Forgot to turn it back. See, so you can see that that's already going. Then we're just going to try to do the rest of this all the way through. And like with a hand drill, you're going to want to start slowly just to get a feel for it. And just like the Clapton, you want to make sure you know how far back you need to hold this and where you're comfortable. Because that's another one. Like for me, I tend to hold really close. And like me and Adam were actually talking about this earlier. For when I'm doing aliens, I'm like just holding the drill, like holding the decor like barely below right here. I'm not any further back than that. And that's how I'm able
I
to.
tend to hold real far back.
Mm-hmm. And that's like I've noticed that like I'm kind of a weirdo in that sense. But so you just start spinning it. And like I'm going slow right now, but if I wanted to turn this up, I could. And you just kind of like you get a feel for the wire kind of moving along and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you holding it at 90
like
degrees?
More or less. I'm like slightly more than 90 degrees.
Yeah. And just like in the last episode when we mentioned this is essentially going to be the same thing. The only difference is that you're adding an additional core to this for that single that we did last episode. And you're just gonna let the wire come directly off the spool. Try to keep it roughly at about that 90-degree angle, and then just let it wrap. And
And you honestly feel it like going. Like honestly, it takes a bit of practice, honestly, because to me this took for fucking ever to get down. And once you get to the swivel portion, if you did the whole bend part, it will do that right there. Yeah. And sometimes one thing you could do is before you start claptoning, you could actually like tighten this up with like
I actually take my pliers and I pinch them together.
Yeah, and I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've done fuse claptons. But yeah, you could pinch this together, or if you decide to just cut it and wrap them around here together, you could do that.
I even do it with my Fralians because I want to make sure that everything is as flat and straight as possible. Because setup actually makes a huge difference.
Yep, it does. Like with these, there's a huge margin of if I fuck it up, I can fix it. So but you got to get these fundamentals down because once you move into more advanced builds, you need to you have to be able to catch yourself before making the mistakes. Versus with this, if the wire would have started running back on itself, I could always reverse the drill and then start over again. But with like aliens and things like that, once you fuck up, you fuck up. There's no way to go back.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
It is, but I mean, it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So once you get your fuse clapton down, you just cut off these ends right here because they're pretty much useless. And it'll give you a sense of like how much wire you actually have. And then hopefully, I don't know, like if you could see it on camera, but like there is a bit of a twist.
Yeah.
And with the twist, if you do have that, Duchess mentioned this last week, but these guys right here, your best friend, you just go through.
The nylon pliers.
Just go through.
It depends like on how bad the twist is though. So you don't necessarily have to have nylon pliers. I don't want people to think that they're an absolute like essential.
They're not, but they do help out a lot.
They do come in handy. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love my nylon pliers, but they aren't essential. So if you don't have to spend the money on them, don't.
Yeah.
Depending on how bad the twist is, most of the time when you coil that up, that twist is going to come out as you're coiling this.
Yeah.
So,
but
okay, I promise.
And I mean, like I said, fuse claptons, there's like a huge gap on error versus getting them correctly. Like it's just having a lot of patience and holding the spool properly, because if you start going too far ahead, you're just going to get like this huge gappy mess. But
Yeah.
like I was saying, like let me see. I ended up with about a little over 7.5 inches.
Okay.
So
Yeah, about half of that.
half of the 15. So on this portion, I'm gonna like wrap it. And I'm going to ask you guys, what is your preference when it comes to just the standard 26 gauge fuse Clapton? Because I have my preference, but I don't know if you guys have your own.
I do 6 on a 3mm. That's what
6
I like
on a
doing.
3mm?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Duchess?
On a fuse Clapton?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the wattage that I'm doing. Like
And
I
that does play a
base
bit into it.
everything off of like the wattage and like the
Yeah.
ohms that I'm looking for before I actually do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot more research
Yeah.
before I actually even start building, so I know exactly what I'm doing when I
Yeah.
get to that end product. But I mean, it really just depends. So like if I was using this at like a 0.2 or something,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably do like a 6 or 7 wrap, 3mm or something. That's if I was using like a single coil though.
Yeah.
If I was doing a dual coil, I would probably stick to like 5 or 6 wraps, just to kind of keep the ohms a little bit lower.
Yeah.
And, stick around whatever I was actually aiming for.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Well, I went with 6 2.5mm. For me, that's my go-to when it comes to these in dual. They come out like a 0.15. And I don't know. For me personally, I feel like that's kind of a good place to be.
Right.
It came out a little bit gappy, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Like it's been a while since, because I tried doing tutorials for building and on camera, and it's a lot more different. And then my desk is kind of cramped. But yeah, and then I mean, for not having done fuse Claptons in a minute, that's not too bad.
Yeah, they're not bad.
But like I said, I mean, this is one of those things. Practice makes perfect, and
Yeah.
as somebody that in us doing these tutorials, one big thing, at least that I want to make sure we promote, is get your fundamentals down. Because if you don't, you'll end up going through more headaches than it's worth to you. Because I decided to run before I could walk.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I skipped Claptons, went straight to Aliens.
See, I skipped Claptons, went straight to fuse Claptons because Aliens was still more or less an exotic thing that not many people did. So there weren't that many tutorials and stuff when I first started building. But seriously, do get some fundamentals down. At least that's my advice to you.
Yeah, I done the same. I went straight to. Well, my first one was a normal Clapton, and literally straight after I done a fused. But that was me being silly, not knowing anything to do with ohms, resistance, anything. That was just me playing silly buggers, which I don't suggest any of you do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, what was your
fucking key? This is why I do a lot of research into like what I'm actually shooting for first, because battery safety is fucking key.
Oh yeah, especially once you start
Not
messing with
trying
the
to
mech.
blow my fucking dick off by installing something in this fucking mech that I probably shouldn't have fucking put in here.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, I have a pair of 26s in here at like 0.1, so I'm good, right? But I'm just saying, if I would have not done the research and then wrapped them up and tried to install them, and I was building this not on a regulated like I was supposed to, right? Just as an example, which I don't suggest anyone do, that could have been disastrous. So battery safety, your research, getting down your fundamentals is absolutely essential to making yourself better if you're looking into wanting to try to make your own coils, or you've ever had an interest in trying to do it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys think I missed that you would like to give out there as advice? I'm trying to think in my head of like, did I miss anything?
No,
I don't.
The only thing that I would say is, well, it's not anything you've missed, but for me, my personal preference with fused Claptons, I go for 2640. obviously having the smaller wire, obviously it's more wire. And I personally think they look and vape a lot better than 2630s.
Yeah. You also
But-
get a thinner wrap too.
Yeah, so if you're looking at doing fused Claptons, don't think you just have to do, just because we're using 2636 doesn't mean that's all you have to use.
Like, okay, in all, like, at least when I first started building, the rule of thumb was your wrap wire has to be bigger than your core wire.
Yeah.
By like roughly 10, give or take. But even then, I mean, most of us, I like aliens, I build 3826. I know Duchess, you're a 2636 guy. And then
Yeah. Unless I'm doing like something
micros.
smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I'm doing like a 30 gauge or something, then I'll do like 38 or 40 with it. But if I'm doing like 26s, 27s, 28s, then typically I'll stick to like a 36 gauge with it.
Like, it all boils down to get a good coil calculator. Like, seriously.
Yeah. There's so many out there.
Whether it's an app on your phone or the steam engine that Duchess showed us last week.
That steam engine has a coil maker on there. It also has an ohms calculator on that same website. So if you're not sure about your ohms, I mean, they've got the tools available on there. If you're running Android, they've got a ton of shit. If you're running Apple, well, then I'm sorry, we don't got jack shit.
Yeah, because
that's Apple's fault, because they went full on anti-vaping a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I just go straight on for the vape tool on the phone. I don't use the computer, but obviously they're on your phone, you're on the computer, they're fucking everywhere. But just quickly, like what Tribe was saying, it made me think my 27s, 26, 27, and 28 aliens, there's 10 between them. So I do 26, 36, 27, 37, and 28, 38s.
Wow, you get fancy.
So mine's always.
I go 38 across the board. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah,
I am thinking of trying
unless I do anything smaller.
Yeah,
but that just falls into the point that you made earlier of find what you're comfortable with, what works for you, and what you get the best vape from. Because I mean, even like us on the panel, we're all mostly Nichrome 80 people.
Yeah,
but there are some that like stainless steel. There are some that like N90, which I have N90. The cores in this was N90. Is just wire that I don't use, so I don't mind, just using it up for a tutorial. But like, it's not my thing. Stainless steel, I'm kind of allergic to stainless steel, so I don't really care to mess with that all that much. And then from what I know, nickel 200, just don't fuck with it.
No.
At least, yeah.
I mean, I know most people. Most of the people that I mess with, at least, they all fuck with. Well, majority we all fuck with Nichrome 80.
Oh, and then there's Kanthal.
That's pretty much the standard. And that's what I was going to say. Is I have some friends that prefer like a Nichrome wrap with like Kanthal cores, or vice versa. They prefer like a Nichrome core with a Kanthal wrap.
Or if you have a nickel allergy, go Kanthal.
Yeah, because I was just about to say, Mystic Cores in Australia does just pure Kanthal aliens for people that have the nickel allergies. But like Birdman, he does stainless steel cores.
Yeah,
Nichrome Ni90 wraps.
Yeah. That's actually a question that I ask people if they ever, like, when I was doing like custom builds for certain people. Like, I would always ask when I was like doing my research to like find out exactly like what I needed to do for them, what they were looking for, what was the end goal, how do you want to vape, etc. One of the biggest question was, do you have any metal allergies?
Yeah,
because if you do, well, then I have to rework everything that I'm doing.
Yeah, it's different doing a Kanthal alien to a Nichrome 80 alien with the same.
And like we were talking earlier about the Mothership build, all the different wire types do play differently. So do keep that in mind. Like Kanthal's a lot more stiff, so it takes a little bit more to do.
Kanthal's real springy. I think it's also magnetic, right?
Yes, that one's magnetic.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's that's how a certain company got in trouble a while back, because they sent a bunch of spools that were magnetic that were labeled Nichrome 80.
yeah, because I did that once. I forgot to label my jars,
Mhm.
and I just made a bunch of coils and like threw them in the fucking jars real quick before I like labeled them all up. And I
Mhm.
couldn't remember which ones had like the Canthal cores and which ones had the nichrome cores because I was doing something different for someone. And luckily, I had a magnet nearby. I just fucking put them on the fucking coil tin, and
Yeah.
I watched the fucking coils jump up to the fucking lid, and I was like, "Oh shit! All right, cool. Those ones are Canthal."
But yeah, but that again, that's where like we have a variety of metal because I mean, like when all the coil building stuff started, it was just Canthal. That's all you had as a choice. And over the years, people have found new metals that we can use as resistant wire. Don't trust people that tell you can vape copper. They're full of shit. I remember like 4 years ago, there was like something on some Facebook group rolling around where some guy was saying you can vape copper. Don't. Please don't. Stay safe. Do a little bit of research on stuff like that because that can get dangerous.
Yeah.
Fucking misinformation, man.
Right. So I mean, yeah, the fuses are pretty much the same thing as those singles. The only difference is you're adding an additional core, so you're going to use maybe like a millimeter more fucking wire than you did with the single cores. But I mean, otherwise they're essentially the same thing for the most part. Next episode, we're going to end up doing staggered fused claptons, though. So that's where things kind of start to get a little interesting. If you want to branch out and figure out like how to make those, our guru of making staggereds, Cloud Cartel, Mr. Sloane over here is going to do that.
Great fun. I enjoy them.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. He actually tried to teach us, and then we were like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
It did help me. Actually,
it did help. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I did make a few pairs, but
doing that multi-core though, fuck that. That gets ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, like it's something I want to revisit because I do actually get requests for staggers. It's just to me, it kind of falls into that. Do I really want to put that much extra effort? I don't know, because to me that actually seems more effort than doing an alien.
Like I actually had more difficulty building those than I do fucking multi-core aliens.
Exactly.
But Duchess, when I showed him, once you nail it, you can do it full speed.
Yeah.
And Duchess can tell you, you can rack them out so fast. It's just the way that I do them. It's a bit more. If you take the effort, like the extra couple of minutes, I'll explain later. But extra couple of minutes prep, and you can go so much faster, and they're more precise. But yeah, we'll get into that next show. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. First time live building. I'll probably lose an eye.
Fun. But if we did end up missing anything, if you need clarification on anything, you have questions, comments, concerns, I mean, you can send us a message, and that's fine. You can also send us an email to codenamewired@gmail.com.
Do you still have the Google Doc link on the description?
We might, I think.
Okay. Well, yeah, if it's there, that thing does have a long list. Yeah, there it is. Just suggested websites where you can get tools, where you can get like this, or even suggested drills where you can get wire from. I never added the Amazon stuff, but then again, like we mentioned last time, if you're just learning and you are okay with just wasting wire, Amazon is a great place to go to because they have that Master of Clouds wire, and it's kind of garbage, but you also pay like I think what $2-3 for a 100-foot spool. So
yeah,
it's not a bad route. But
so I mean, you can always send us an email. We love emails. No one ever emails us, so it's fine.
No.
Much like across the pond, no one ever emails them.
I think in the amount of time we've done across the pond, we've had one email, and that was from Sewer Rug.
No, I think one too. That literally just said hi.
Yeah, I remember Josh saying that as well.
Yeah.
I did want to mention because
go ahead.
No, if you do buy the Master of Clouds wire, it's kind of gunky and it's kind of gross. Sonic cleaner. and some. I don't know if you
You
guys
can
do
buy
this,
one
but
for like $20 at Walmart.
yeah,
But if you're looking
but
for
like a sonic cleaner, get one, and like some unscented organic soap, and it'll clean all that gunk off, and then you just like wash them out with regular water, and it'll leave your coils looking a little bit more pristine, and it gets a lot of the machine oil and stuff off of there, just so you're not vaping that, because that's actually hazardous to yourself. Or even when you're glowing your coils, you'll get the fumes up in the air and you'll end up smelling it. And again, trying to keep you as safe as possible out there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, again, if those you have comments, questions, concerns, you think maybe we missed anything, or you need clarification on something out of either the single and or the dual core, the fused Claptons. I mean, those fused Claptons is really 2 and more, honestly.
Yeah.
So if you need clarification on anything, then I mean, send us a message, send us an email, whatever you need to do, and we'll get back to you on that. We can answer those questions. We also have a Discord, in case you guys want a little bit more direct access to being able to figure out kind of what's going on and you had an interest. If you do want to join the Discord, then I think the link is actually down in the description. You can also message us, and we can send you that link as well and get you taken care of. So otherwise, I think we are going to
Challenge.
kind of start to wrap things up. We're just over the hour mark. We appreciate all of you guys coming out and hanging out. Everyone who's just showing up and or has been here the entire episode. We appreciate you. We can't do this literally without you guys.
Can I say one thing on the last segment there?
Yeah.
You were talking about adding cores when you're doing multi-core Claptons. Do get like if you're not able to get your cores to stay get like some kind of like clamping system like this, or Legos, or like paper clips for some people.
I use paper clips for mine personally. I think they work best. The only thing with paper clips that you guys need to know is that if you're going to use paper clips, make sure they're facing in the opposite direction if you're going to use multiples, because otherwise, if you've got them facing the same direction versus opposite directions, they're literally just going to clamp them down, and it's kind of starting to bend your wire a little bit. So make sure you face them in opposite directions, so that way it keeps that balance.
Cool. So
I actually didn't figure that on my own. I had to have fucking Sammy Nitro teach me that, because I never fucking even contemplated that idea. Like,
if Sammy ever decides he's cool with coming on the show, I would love to have him on, because the man is a sage. Like, holy shit, he is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to building.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, so I think it's challenge time.
Do it. We'll stop interrupting you.
Did you guys pick out your songs, by the way? Since
I did.
Yeah,
I didn't. Fuck, I didn't.
Yeah, challenge. I always fuck all of us, including
I'm going to
myself.
say this for everyone to hear before you actually say anything.
Go on.
If you come up with something fucking dumb, Adam, I fucking quit.
No, I'm doing it completely differently this time. What we're going to do is you're going to have a lot of choice. I want you to pick a build that we've done throughout the show, any of the challenges, and do a slight variation on it. So say like your stagger fuse Claptons.
So it can literally be anything up to the fucking this point.
Anything up to this episode. So you say like, for instance,
10 months that we've been live.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything you want. So say for instance, you stagger
Definitely
fuse
not doing
Claptons.
hedgehogs.
You can choose. I want to do a tri-core stagger fuse Clapton try, or you might want a micro Clapton, the core wires, or anything. You can do any variation you want, but it has to be based on one of the challenges we've had up until now.
Okay.
So I think that's all right, isn't it? I haven't fucked anybody. I'm
good with that, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. 10 core motherships. Oh, fuck off. No. No more 10 cores.
That's just not going to happen, Ian.
But yeah, anything you want, anything up until now, just Don't just redo it. You need to do a slight variation. The variation cannot be gauges. So if you've done 26, 36,
I hadn't
you
even
can't do,
thought about gauges.
you
What do you
can't
mean
do
it
a
can't? What do you
27,
mean it can't be
37.
gauges?
Like if say like for instance with the Stagger Fuse Clapton, that's the first thing that comes to mind. If you've done a 26, 36, you can't do like a 27, 37 staggered. You can't do that.
I'll
Why?
say
That's
this
a
much.
variation. You just said that we needed to do a variation. Why would you
Yeah.
set a stipulation like
But
that?
nothing as silly as that. It has to be something, a proper variation. But if you want to, you can go to an MTL version. You can proper drop it, but you can't just go by one, by like
Fair
one
enough.
gauge.
You know what I
I
want to see you do actually as a variation. I want to see you do staggered like frames, bro.
Okay.
Like staggered stapled. Like
He did say he's getting more comfortable with ribbon wire last time.
so. I want to.
No, I am getting a lot more.
Personally, I want to see you use like a 0.4 or whatever you decide to use.
It's funny because all I was thinking was
whatever fucking core you decide to frame it in, and I want you to stagger those fucking the cores.
Okay. I'll take that.
I would honestly like to see you do that.
I'll do it. Okay, I'll take that. I'll do that one. Then you two can pick yours. You don't have to say it now.
Okay. I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
Sloane,
actually even know.
You can't do.
Like, I have to
you
go
can't
through
do a 6-core fucking staggered because you've already done that.
Yeah,
I don't know. 9.
Exactly.
Massive waste of wire, but
yeah. I have to like go through our like videos now and figure out which ones we've done, so I can pick one out and then be like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to change on it. Yeah. I don't actually even know what I'm going to do right now.
I thought it'd make it a bit more interesting for us. So you got free reign, and you might figure something out that you've learned in recent builds.
Well, I already know what we're going to do for the next episode, so I already know the coil. I have it in mind. So.
But I thought I'd give you guys a night off rather than having to deal with some shit that I give you. Then you have me fucking bitching for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, bro, because I'm not about to do fucking 20 core fucking MTO Mohawk fucking aliens, bro. Like, not about to fucking happen.
No, was it MTL Mothership?
Oh yeah,
interlocked.
That 10 core fucking Mothership.
Well, I was considering saying we'll do interlock aliens, but I decided against it. I thought we'll have one off and we can pick our own.
Dude,
that was Stitch. We've done stitched aliens. That's what I meant.
Oh. Yeah. I enjoyed stitched aliens.
I fucked that up royally. Maybe I'll revisit that. We'll see.
Yeah. But there we go.
Stitches are hard.
It's when it bunches up at the end was a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah. When that fucking when that like 40 gauge fucking starts to bunch up inside the fucking the
decor.
No, the actual like decor itself, bro. Fuck you. That sucks.
Do you know the hardest part was trying to fucking get the 40 gauge into the decor. That pissed me off the most.
Mine wasn't getting it in there. Mine was getting that fucking wrap on.
Yeah, since I do a no stretch, trying to do that wrap was just garbage.
I actually did find that the no stretch, like, because I tried it both ways, actually works better for me.
Really? I don't know. I might revisit that
because everything's already like collapsed, right? You didn't actually stretch it out.
Mm-hmm.
And so because it's collapsed, like being able to like just to pull on it a little bit and then like having like a real fucking tight grip on it so that way it feeds properly.
Mm-hmm.
And you're only clamping that outside gauge wire and that 40 gauge just kind of gets to flow.
Mm-hmm.
I think it made it actually a little bit easier. But
cool. Well, this is going to be a fun one.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do stitched aliens with 42 gauge.
Well, here we go.
Well, I mean, you have 46 gauge now, so
I do actually have 46 gauge now.
You have a fucking spool of it.
Yeah, no, I'm intrigued to find out what you guys decide to do. It'll be Interested to see
Yeah.
what variations you
Wait,
pick.
can the variation be that I use this?
Good luck. That thing will fucking snap on that lathe. Try and do me some aliens on that. I
Yeah,
was doing
right.
that for a year with like 5 of them attached to each other.
I still am like, how the fuck are you doing this?
Yeah.
Even though like
So-
I clapped in that piece of wire would just be too big. I'm not gonna stop making fun of you about this for a long time.
That's all right. Little swivel.
All right. You guys want to move on to songs?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready, or or how are we doing this?
I'm looking for a song. I have
Alright.
one in mind. But I need to find a second.
Okay.
song.
Well, I got
Do you
both
want
of my songs, so if you want me
Go
to
on,
go,
Jay.
I'll go. I'm gonna do Dark Omen from Angel Maker.
Dark Omen.
Uh-huh. Dark
who?
Omen. And then Tastes Like Kevin Bacon from I Wrestled the Bear Once.
Yeah, that's such a good song.
I got the shirt on, might as well.
So who sung Dark Omen?
Yeah, it's Angel Maker.
Oh, real quick, if you guys have any suggestions, type them out in chat, and we'll maybe pick. I know we're gonna pick at least one, but maybe we'll pick 2 songs out of chat. So if you guys have any, feel free to drop them in chat. I know there's a 30-second delay, but just saying.
Right.
I don't know, our delay isn't too terrible.
Actually, I think it's only like 15 seconds now. But
Yeah, something like that. Because right now you're talking about adding songs, I think.
I am going to pick.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I think the delay on my shows is worse because I run on a different system.
Yeah.
That and potato internet doesn't help.
Right, I'm going to go with Nothing But Trouble by the Lazies. Oh shit! I can't spell for shit. Nothing but trouble. And I'm going to pick Gypsy Road by Cinderella.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It's a bit different.
Like your selection versus mine is like a world of difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, I don't think you've ever done this, and I've never questioned it. But do you have a link to the playlist?
I was going to say, I need to figure out how to get it on there because I've only got it on my phone. I'm going to reset my password tomorrow and I'm going to add it to all the shows that we've done. So
Might
at
have
the bottom of
just
the
take the
description.
link, fucking email it to yourself, and then copy the link and put it in there.
That too.
I don't know how to do that. So I'll add it.
You don't know how to copy a link and fucking put it in your email?
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
Why do you reckon Jay spent like 6 months trying to teach me how to use fucking Streamlabs? Still fucked
You don't
it.
know how to I'm not even kidding. You don't know how to go boop, copy link, and then fucking go to your email, press and hold, and say paste.
Well, I could do that afterwards then. I'd do
Seriously,
that once you do the show.
Adam, for wanting to run shows, you're like the most computer illiterate person I know.
I'm getting better slowly. I'm not too bad now.
Oh no, yeah, you're getting better, but damn.
Are you ready? I need you to start spelling. You ready?
Go on, I've got it all up on there ready to go.
So, first song is going to be Dragon Chaser from Darko.
Chaser by Darko.
Yep.
Yep.
And second song is going to be from Avatar. And the song is A Statue of the King.
Dude, I know which song I want to pick.
Fuck you, Jay.
He knew right away. I ran out of country songs to annoy him with, so thank you, man. Thank you for putting that on there.
I fucking hate country so much.
Should we put that one on?
No, we could do his second suggestion though.
We'll just put both on there just to piss Duchess off.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You know what? Whatever. I don't even fucking listen to Spotify. I have Apple Music, so I don't give a fuck.
See, that's what makes it funny that he gets so mad and then goes, "I got Apple Music. Who cares?" Because he's some elitist motherfucker.
Oh, so what you got guys planned for the rest till the next show? Anything fun you got planned?
I'm on vacation this coming week, so I'm
Until
excited
the next
about
show,
that.
Yeah.
work. Literally Monday through Friday, work. And play Apex.
Which we interrupted.
Oh, Duchess, man.
That's it.
You need to get yourself
Logan
some
and I
money.
need some more fucking dubs.
What the fuck is a dub?
A win, a W.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I was waiting on that one
Wow.
too, because dubs for me means dubbed anime. It also means dub shed time, because I'm old like that. It means a bunch of different things, so you have to specify here.
You guys are ridiculous.
So do you want to shout out your gamer tags? You can get some more gamer friends there, Duchess.
No, I don't.
Oh, did you see?
I'll
There's
shout
some lady.
I'll shout out
Some-
Logan's Twitch though, and they can come fucking watch us play.
Do it.
And I'll do that in a minute when we close out. We still have to pick a song from fucking chat. So I think we should
did.
pick 3 songs though.
We
Each
picked
one of
2.
us.
We did. Home by Blake Shelton and Laid to Rest from the Lamb of God.
All right. Well then, and then fucking Sloane gets to pick out one more. I think we should do 3, one from each of us.
Do it.
Fuck me, I don't know. Well,
I
we'll
think
pick
you
Mallory
should go
Gate.
with fucking Twilight Guardians. But
Yeah, that's what I've just picked. Yeah, Mallory's.
That song reminds me of my older brother. Dude's such a dick.
David Lloyd, thank you for joining us. Sorry that you got here at the end of the episode, but we appreciate you being here.
Oh, and I don't say
fun.
this enough in the lives I'm in, but thank you to Replay Squad because you guys are awesome. You
Yeah.
keep the show's going.
Smashing it with the replays.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah,
So
we're coming to that time.
yeah.
Eskimo Cowboy, we got the moves, dude. That song is awesome.
Should we just fucking add that one as well?
Why not?
Fuck it.
You should watch the music video. It's like the most ridiculous shit ever.
Eskimo Cowboy, yeah.
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 But
dude.
like the we got the moves is the second to last song they just put out, and they got like bowl cuts and they're like dressed like preppy kids. It's funny.
Yeah. I like the samurai one that they did.
Fuck,
Can't remember the name
Cadillac
of the song.
2, MC Hammer 2,
Oh, that's what
MC
it is.
Thunder. Yeah, MC Thunder 2. That one was
Yeah.
that one was good. I like the original one more, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. Anyway, so you guys want to shout out what you guys are doing? I'm not doing anything really. But
Okay.
Tuesday we got mixing it up. We're gonna hang out, do some mixing. Honestly, I'm enjoying having Tribal on the show. It's been awesome having him like hang out and do all sorts of things and stuff. And we have like a more rounded 4 people show again. And hopefully, you know, we bring more new things to the show. And if you guys have any suggestions for like recipes or anything you want to see us try, send us messages, emails, whatever. Like my email is clownvapes@gmail.com or message me on Instagram, Discord, Facebook. And if you're interested in any juicer coils I make, hit me up. And I should hopefully have the new menu out here in the next couple of weeks, but we'll see. I'm still working through it and trying out the recipes. I actually let them steep to see how they do overall with time, because normally I just shake and vape and just tear through things. So I'm actually trying to like see how the flavors develop and if all the notes I want are there and this and that. So for now we're still doing the old menu, but hopefully the new menu will come out here soon.
yeah, I actually have a recipe that if you guys are willing to do it,
Oh, you know we are.
I want you guys to make it, but when you read the recipe, make any sort of tweaks that you guys think are necessary,
Mhm.
and then discuss those tweaks.
Okay.
Like you can substitute whatever fucking like whatever like concentrate you need to, you know, brand, etc. Blah blah blah.
No worries, mate.
All right, send me the recipe and I'll let the guys know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Tribal's in chat, but so you know those. But yeah.
Okay.
I think I have screenshots of them, so I'll have to find them and I'll send them to you.
It takes the labor of thought off of us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
So,
and so far, your challenges have been actually very fun because you've given us like 1 or 2 already, and
yeah,
we had fun doing them. So
yeah, like the schnozberries.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, Adam, what do you got coming up, bud?
Well, I've decided to start doing a live of my
for you.
Huh?
I said I know things have changed for you.
Yeah, loads of things have changed. Got a brand new fucking website. No need for fucking Google Forms no more. You can purchase straight from the website.
He's out of stock at the moment.
Thanks to someone. I'm restocking slowly. So I've got 26s in and staggers in, but the rest I ain't got fuck all in. Bora Alien, sorry, nothing left at the moment. So that's tomorrow's job. Yes, you can go to cloudcartel.co.uk. Just type that in. It will pop up on there. We've got advocacy pages. We've got these shows on there, so you can get a link straight to all the shows. New merch is currently being made, so I'll update you and all that lot later on. I now do a solo show for some unknown reason every Friday at 9:30. So you can come over and check me out on there. We just chat shit. We never stick to whatever topic I've written on, but it is what it is. And then we've got Across the Pond with a very special guest that apparently I'm not allowed to say who it is at the moment. Josh has given me my marching orders. I can't say who it is, but it's going to be a great show. And then on Sunday, I'm on the Northern Union Vape Show over on Benny Vape's channel. Giving them guys a hand over there. Like every couple of weeks, I'll be going on that show. Apart from that, make sure you follow these guys. Go get Jay's liquids. Before he changes it, World Enders. You need to buy him out of World Enders because that stuff is fucking incredible. Just order like fucking 500 mils, but mix them up. Do 70-30s, 50-50s.
I have 240s on hand. I mean,
okay. Seriously, get your hands on some of that, and the Drunken Apple Cakes is incredible as well. So make sure you check out those guys. Go subscribe today. Go check out Shake and Bake Media. Thank you to Anthony Romero. He does everything for everybody, and he still does it with a smile on his face, which is great. But I wanted to take a second just to say, I know shit's going down. We're everywhere around the world, but just be nice to each other. Help each other out. Don't be a dick. If you feel like you're going to be a dick, walk away. Because there's too much conflict as it is in this world. We don't want to bring it into something that we're all here for the same reason: tobacco harm reduction. And yeah, just no one needs this shit in their life. So be nice to each other. Be friendly. We're all mature adults. Well, not mature, but we're all adults here. So yeah. I had to take that one out. But yeah, we're all adults. So just if you have issues with people, just talk it out, sort it out. But apart from that, I love you all. Thank you.
Yeah. And speaking of harm reduction, if you haven't done so already, you can head over to CASA to sign up, and it's free, which is fantastic for you. There's no like membership fees or anything like that. They've also got an area for tutorials, and if you have any spare money on hand, there's also a donation section if you want to give to them, because they live off of people like us.
Yeah,
they don't operate without the consumer. They are here for the consumer, right? So head over to casaa.org. That's CASA.org, and join up for free. Help that fight. Do your calls to actions, and I mean, they're always keeping people updated with things that are going on around the United States. I know the UK has their own thing. Australia has their own thing. So for those of us in America, at least,
keep up with your local advocacy groups too.
Yeah, hit up CASA. They've got things for testimonies, finding your politicians, contact information for them, so you can send them an email or give them a call. They've got the calls to action stuff on there, so you can send out emails and stuff like that, make it real easy. Just a little tip though, when you're doing those, try to put your own personal story in there. They spend a lot of time writing up those emails, but if everyone is getting that same email, eventually it's just going to end up in the spam folder, and they're never going to read your testimony, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those testimonies are absolute key to get their attention. So
yeah,
and if you don't know,
story in there, be like, hey, my name is SK or SVK Vapes, and I was a smoker for 18 years, or whatever your story is, right? Sorry,
if you don't know,
I didn't mean to call you out, but I'm just saying, just in general.
we're just using you as an example.
Just as an example. Just so
you
it
don't
doesn't
know,
end up in the spam folder.
fuck me, Duchess.
What?
Verbal diarrhea. Fucking verbal diarrhea. If you don't know your local advocacy group, go to INNCO, and it's just a fucking big database of all advocacy.
Yeah, they're the international tobacco.
So just go over there if you don't know who it is. If you're in the UK, it's World Vapers Alliance, and you've got the UK Vaping Association. We.vape.uk is the other one for the UK. Yep. So check them out.
There is I don't know about like every state, but I know here in Texas we even have like our own local advocacy group that they deal with like a lot of like our like state representatives
most
within the
states
state.
have one. I know Ohio has one, Arizona has one, so.
But and then CASAD does actually, if you go to like they have like a US map and you click on your state, they do give you like local news on what's happening. So like if there's like a town hall about something in a certain town, and they're doing like back in 2015, I missed it by 2 weeks, but in the town I work in, they were doing a indoor vape ban, so you can't vape indoors and you have to be within like 6 feet, I think, of any opening of a business. So they had done something like that and it passed. But like I said, I missed it by 2 weeks, but that is like the kind of news that they actually provide when it comes to state and local stuff.
That's good.
So just head over to you can either head over to INCO, that's INNCO, and you can just Google them. You'll be able to pull them up. But for us in the United States, at least, head over to casaa.org and join up with CASA. Again, that's free. And
I think it's Athra as well.
You can also listen to their. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's Athra in Australia as well.
Yeah.
And Ethra for the Europeans.
Yeah, if for those in the United States, since Jay and I are both American, you can also join in. Typically every Saturday. Yesterday they didn't do a stream because things came up for them, but every Saturday 4:30 Eastern, you can tune into CASA Media over on YouTube, and you can watch their live podcasts. And then Logan will edit those later on that evening. And you can listen to those over on SoundCloud. That's CASA Media. I do have a link for it. So if you guys are curious, I can send you that link. Just send me a message. Otherwise, if you partake in any sort of extracurriculars like Shed Time, you can always head over to, shedtimepodcast.com. Your one-stop shop for all things Shed Time. And they've got links and affiliate links and all kinds of other shit that are going on over there and everything that's Shed Time. And then what else am I missing? If you're into video games, I know Logan and I have been fucking playing hardcore lately. You can always head over to Twitch and follow Earth to Logan and join in on the chat. Come say hi. Watch us play some Apex or whatever we're playing that day and just have a good time. Otherwise, if you haven't done so already and you want to follow me, then that's Duchess_coils over on IG and whatnot. Also, do yourself a favor and go pick up some testing grounds. Head over to UncleChrisTestingGrounds.com and pick up some fantastic liquids. He's also got some of the Frankentone stuff and coils and cotton, etc. So show one of our brothers from the Mixing It Up crew and just a decent human being in general some love. So otherwise, that is pretty much it for us. We will catch you guys on the next episode. We love you all. Thank you so much. Go follow Anthony Ramella. I'm _Anthony Ramella over on IG and show him some love for all the love that he shows to us. Otherwise, we love you. We can't do this without you. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all of you guys coming out. Have a good night. Bye-bye.